everyone, this is OmegaZula's channel, and today I want to show you the abilities of this hero, how their animation looks like. Snicktrak is a spirit legendary champion from Skinwalker's faction. His joins Skinwalker Brethren as part of patch 5.80. The curse of the Skinwalkers is spread when Seroth's undeath touches the spirit of a dead animal and causes it to lash out at whatever or whoever it can. This means that regardless of the context, those who frequently kill animals or deal with carcasses are most at risk of randomly becoming a new Skinwalker. Despite the catechisms of the Sacred Order, and often convincing circumstantial evidence, affliction has no moral component. The transformation and its transmission can be suffered by any in the mortal world. It is not a particular judgment or condemnation of an individual. The fierce albino killer known as Snicktrak is a tragic example, the stories exaggerating the truth but conveying the essential horror of Snicktrak's modus operandi. Successive attempts to stop him, successful or not, necessarily involved slaying hundreds of members of his now infamous swarm. As more and more animals died around him, more and more tainted rat souls clung to his own, intensifying the power of the Skinwalker curse. It would take a tremendous work of purifying magic to give Snicktrak another chance to forge a new stable identity in his Skinwalker body. Snicktrak skills: Attack 1, Misery Morningstar, attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. If the target is under a leech debuff, has a 100% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff on the target for 2 turns before attacking. Attack 2, Cloying Horror, 4 turns cooldown, attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Also places a shield buff on all allies equal to 30% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. The shield buff cannot be removed if it is placed when there are any enemies under leech debuffs. Attack 3, Vermin Vitae, 5 turns cooldown, places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also places a 30% reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns, then heals this champion by 50% of their max HP. Snicktrak passive effect, Soul Rot. Whenever an ally under a reflect damage buff is attacked, places a leech debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Reflects 50% of the damage this champion receives back to the attacker. Increases the amount of damage reflected by 20% from reflect damage buffs placed by this champion. Snicktrak Aura. Increases team health points in all battles by 33%. This was OmegaZula's. Thank you very much for watching until the end. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Until next time, see you soon.